my next guest helps make that happen. He is CEO of ZELL's Equity International and also chairman of Brazilian real estate development firm Gafisa. Now, Gafisa just raised nearly $600 million to buy new land and also to acquire other companies in the Brazilian property market. Gary Garrabrant is with us, and Gary, great to have you join us this morning. And from what I've read, I believe half of your investment capital, is this right, at Equity International is actually devoted entirely to Brazil. So why is there such a big bet in this market?
Good morning, Betty. We started traveling to Brazil 10 years ago, made our first investment 5 years ago, and today have 5 leading companies in Brazil, all in the real estate sector, including Gafisa, the leading home builder.
Right, but again, why the big bet in Brazil? What are you finding there that you're not finding in your home base or in other markets?
Well, our business is entirely focused outside the U.S., and what we're finding is unmet demand for housing. For example, in the case of Gafisa, today nearing 7.5 million units, which will take 10 to 20 years to satisfy based on the household formation rate.
Okay, but then compare, okay, fine, you don't do investments in the U.S., but compare, let's say, Brazil to another big property market like Mexico. What is the appeal there versus the Mexican property market? Is it partly also due to the government programs to expand housing?
We were an early investor in Mexico and helped create HomeX, the leading home builder. The scale is the story, Betty. Mexico is half the size of Brazil. Those unmet demand numbers are roughly half, 3 to 4 million in Mexico. Brazil just offers a national scale. Gafisa is operating today in 21 states, about 100 cities.
Okay.
So there's a scalability in Brazil, and that runs across the real estate spectrum. Okay,
you just raised $600 million. Where are you going to buy this new property, this new land? What are you going to buy also in terms of companies?
We have a national platform in Gafisa, not just Sao Paulo and Brazil, but throughout the country, so that this, and as well, different price points, raising from affordable entry level all the way up into the upper middle category.
Okay, but I know that the government has this, has this huge home ownership expansion program, right? And they aim to build, I think, about 1 million homes in that country. A lot of that aimed towards lower income families. Is that also where you want to, put most of your focus on?
Yeah, about half of Gafisa's business is in the affordable entry level, which is what you're referring to. Minha Casa, Minha Via yesterday announced a renewal and extension of that program, which will allow for the next 3 or 4 years availability of mortgage financing for that affordable sector.
Okay, and I do want to get into mortgage financing, but credit concerns, though, in terms of dealing with these lower income borrowers?
The credit quality is actually quite high. I would liken it to the United States in the 1950s, when people were so excited to buy their first home that defaulting on the mortgage was, frankly, the last thing that they are capable of doing. We found that also in Mexico. The Minha Casa, Minha Via program operates at that most affordable level.
Right.
Brazil uses minimum wage as a metric.
Okay.
So from 0 to 10 minimum wages is the category.